Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another live stream. With me, as always, on my, left or right-hand side, we've got Glenn. I don't know which side you pop up.
As I'm looking at the screen, I'm on your right, but I'm on your left.
Always doing it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired. I'm hurting.
I feel a little bit weary tonight, but hopefully it won't show too much.
I made a child cry at kickboxing tonight.
Pick on someone your own size, you lanky meanie.
I felt awful. I felt absolutely awful. We're doing some sparring, so obviously sparring, we'll keep it easy. Scoring is between sort of neck and belly. So that's his scoring zone. And we're just, obviously, this kid, it's probably about 11 or 12 or something like that. And we were sparring away. I'm taking it easy. I'm holding my fist out so he can't get to me. I'm trying to teach him how to get around and how to change how he attacks for some people of different size. And I think all of a sudden I caught him in the belly, but it wasn't a big hit or anything. But then he sort of took a minute, come back at me with his fists, and he just stopped. Hands went down, and he started crying. I thought, oh my God. So I had to take him to the side, and I just think they just felt so overwhelmed because obviously he's facing off against a dude that's 7 foot tall, bearded, and can look pretty mean at times, I suppose. Do you think I look mean? But I just think it all became overwhelming for him. So he ended up in tears, and I felt bad for that. I felt bad for the boy.
So you took him to one side and gave him a damn good hiding and told him to man up.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to breathe in sequence, like a couple of seconds in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just take a second, just look at me, just take your time.
I've called the ambulance. You just keep breathing. They'll be here soon. It's fine.
It was okay then. I just think it was a little bit of overwhelm for him, thankfully. But let's see if he turns up next week, eh? Then I'll give him a
probably not. Probably mentally scarred for the rest of his life, traumatized.
Dear oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to say hi to people in the chat because I've been rambling, and people are waiting for us, man. We've got topics, we've got stuff to discuss, and people are waiting. So, with us as always, Jeremy. He's here for all of it.
Hey,
all of it. Hey, Jeremy. Hope you're doing well. I want to scroll back to say hey to AJ Pink because he's in the chat. There we go. He says good evening, Big Jace, but we know you've been here already, Jeremy. And that's it. We've got Big Jace with us as well. Good evening, Big Jace. You're doing well. Anthony Lipiello was in with us earlier as well, and I've lost Anthony's comment. I'm falling behind already, Glenn. There we go. Anthony Lipiello. Good afternoon, Phil.
Hey, Anthony.
All who are in the chat. This should be quite interesting. Hopefully, Anthony. Hopefully, we make it more interesting than usual.
Anthony always has hope for our live streams. This should be quite interesting if somebody else took over the show.
Tom G with us in the chat as well. Tom's jumped onto topics. So I'm going to try and remember to swing back around to this comment, Tom. But Tom's had a look how many films he's bought on physical media that were made 2020 onwards, and the answer is only 10.
Yeah,
which is going to feed into topic, which will bring that back. Should I remember where you are, Tom? But I've got it in just now, just in case. Woody is with us as well. Good evening, Woody.
Hey, Woody.
How are you doing? Well, we've got John the Movie Man. Hey, John.
What's up?
We've got Dean Watson. Good evening, Dean. Hope you're well.
Evening, Dean. Can I tempt fate at this point? Sorry, can I tempt fate at this point and say we will remember to do the grading thing of the competition kind of aspect of how many comments people have made and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Because we did say last week, we'll definitely do that. Don't worry about it. Completely forgot. And then we did come back on again, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Just cover it. But most people had left at that point. So we'll try harder this week.
Meow's lots with us as well. And he likes the full 20-second countdown. I'm hopefully going to change that up soon to Meow's lot. I've got plans. I've got things in the pipeline, but it's going to take some building towards. We've got Ethan Schneider. Hey, Ethan.
Hey, Ethan.
We've got Cinema-san. Good evening.
Hey, Cinema-san.
As Wilco 97 with us as well.
As Wilco.
AJ's just noticed. Hey, Glenn, and hi to the chair too. It's behind you.
Always.
It's behind you.
I say always, but I think it is going. But anyway.
We've got Darren G in the house. Good evening, Darren.
G.
Ace Mac 92. Evening, friends at the Silver Circle. There we go. Big J says it's a must-have. The chair in the background. Can't lose that.
If I do get rid of it, I'm going to have like a cardboard cutout of it that I just like prop up every Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. Brian Smith, hey Phil, Glenn, hope you're well.
Hey Brian,
hope you're well too. Ghostface, LFC, good evening.
Ghostface.
Hello.
Hello.
Jerry here with us as well. Hi Phil, Glenn, and esteemed collectors. I'm not sure about esteemed collectors, Jerry, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We've got Lynn in the other room with us as well. Good evening, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn in the other room.
I think Lynn needs to stick her arm through the door and just give us a wave. Just move your head, Glenn, so Lynn can stick her arm through the door.
Numerous things have been threatened. If you remember when I did the live stream while I was away, the people we were away with as well kept threatening to like appear at a door and a window and all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
I warned them off doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martin, the movie fan. Good evening, Martin. How are you doing?
Hey,
well,
Martin.
Martin's movie reviews. What did I miss?
Martin.
You missed nothing, Martin, apart from me making children cry.
Yeah.
We've only been on a few minutes. 5 minutes.
That happens every week, though. So
we're just saying the highs, and then we're going to crack on. Tom G says, "Hi all. I'll be dipping in and out. Keep an eye out for you, Tom." World Money Wins stopping by. Good evening, World Money Wins. How are you doing? Well, Alex, great. On for a live stream. Good evening, Alex.
Hey.
Johnny Carrot Heed with us. Good evening, Johnny. We've got Raz Sucks. We've got Slipknot fan. Good evening, Slipknot.
Hey, Slipknot.
And I think that covers. I think that covers us. If I haven't said hey, then I will.
One last one. Just come in.
Oh, sorry, missed one. BMG 501. Hello, everyone. Hello, BMG.
Okay.
So, without delaying any further, just going to bring up the first thing.
Okay.
I've kind of called it Rumour Mill.
It's not that was blinking, you miss it.
Yeah, not particularly physical media related yet. But did you see in the news, Glenn, very recently, 3 or 4 days, we've got that's not a right one. We've had that already. We've had the announcement for Dolby Vision 2. Have you read about this?
Well, I hadn't until you sent it me.
No.
And I was kind of questioning, well, what will it change? Will it change this? Will it change that? Will we, does that mean a re-release of discs all over again, or?
Exactly. This is what I was thinking. We've all been going mad for sort of, well, not all of us, the 4K collecting. And you get a 4K, kind of happy with it. Then there's another 4K comes along that's got the increased Dolby Vision and things like that. Does this mean that we're going to have another set of re-releases for all the films that we've already bought at a premium that have now got this Dolby Vision 2 encode, plus your current tech isn't going to work with it, so you're probably going to need a new TV, new player, possibly. I'm not sure how to upgrade, but yeah, you're going to need all new tech as well. And is this going to start a whole new cycle of repeat buying for everyone? It's worrying. But
would that mean repeat 4K discs, or how far in advance are we talking regarding Dolby Vision 2?
Next year. The rumored, I think it's Hisense that are coming out next year with one of the first. I think it's a big 85-inch, but it's very pricey. I think there was marking it up at like 30 grand, 30,000 or something like that. But LG,
no, I won't be going in for that.
No, LG have had a stall out for it. But the thing is with this,
hang on, let me just check what spare change I've got. No, I've not got 30 grand.
It's very expensive now, but 2 more years, then that price is going to plummet down, and it's going to become more affordable. But again, if you need a new TV, if you need a new 4K player, which I'm not sure about, 4K players, I'm not sure how upgradable they will be. But yeah, it's going to mean potentially new discs.
Could a 4K player not mean like a software update?
Yeah, that's why I say I don't know if the players can cope with an update like that. I'm not sure.
Right, okay.
There's not enough information out about it at the minute, but yeah, that's the worry. It could mean an upgraded player or something needed along with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to worry about it now. I'm not going to freak out about it now. I mean, it was kind of, I have to say, the next thing on the horizon, as far as I knew, was going to be like 8K. And, what kind of resolution can we actually get to, though?
Yeah. Or do
really?
we need?
Yeah, that is beyond what our eyes can actually take in anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of, where do we draw the line? Surely 4K is probably about enough.
That's it. I mean, I don't know what the Dolby Vision 2 thing is intended for, whether it is movies or it's other tech and other things on the TV set. So sort of for gamings or for picture in picture, if you can make one pop more than the other, if you're watching picture in picture or anything like that, it's a bit unclear. But yeah, I've got a feeling that we could see a whole host of re-releases with the new encode that has 4K Dolby Vision 2, or even 8K Dolby Vision 2, which I think LG are going for their 8K Dolby Vision 2 TV sets. I think. But yeah, it's too early to tell. I just wanted to bring it up, and I thought it was quite interesting seeing quite soon, and not a new format, but an improvement on what we thought was the best format. But
we always think that, though, don't we?
Yeah. We're going to see what the guys in the chat think. Anyway, I've been rambling on a little bit about it. So we've got Scottish Speak Guy with us as well. Good evening, Scottish Speak Guy. Where are we? As well, Co97, Dolby Vision 2 using AI and whatnot sounds like the complete opposite of what Dolby Vision is supposed to do. Okay, I did read something about how AI was going to be used so it can be changed scene by scene if required, but I don't know much at the moment. Jeremy Carr says, I didn't hear about Dolby 2. Now you do, Jeremy. I expect to hear.
I hadn't until you sent me the link the other day, and I was blown away by it. I didn't bother reading it.
I think it's that early that there's not enough information out there yet, and yeah, it's a matter of probably early next year we'll probably start to learn a lot more about how it works and what the benefits would be to it over Dolby Vision or HDR10. I think AJ Pink says, time to rebuy all of your 4K discs. Yay. And Sarah Morton's, yay, time to buy the 1,000+ movies again. Sorry, not happening. When do you tap out? When do you say enough's enough? Dean Watson, Dolby Vision 2 is going to be subscription-based by the looks of it. Dolby are offering 2 tiers. Yes, I read about the 2 tiers on that as well. Absolutely crazy. Ethan Schneider, it looks more like more discs are coming that we don't need. Indeed. Fuzzy Musler, new kit for everyone. That's the worry, I think. I've been looking at new TVs for my place, and now it's like, do I wait? Do I see what this Dolby Vision 2 is all about before I upgrade? Or I don't know.
Or do you not worry about it and grab yourself an absolute bargain?
Yeah.
If these new TVs are coming on the market.
That's it. New format, all the older tech.
The
worst tech soon drops down, doesn't it? Brian Smith can't go down another format. Slipknot fan, did you guys see Jaws on IMAX? We will dive into that a little later.
Talk about it shortly, yes.
Jerry Carr, what else can that do? The human eye with perfect vision can't see higher resolution than 4K. Audio is the logical next business step.
Yeah, you see, I hesitated when I said that because I wasn't actually sure what resolution the human eye can actually take in. But if it is 4K, I mean, there's going to come a point where they can kind of go, oh, we can make it a shot. It's like only dogs can hear a certain pitch. It's going to be, well, we can create an image, but no human can actually see it. Oh, great. Oh, we'll buy one of them then.
Yes. Dean Watson, because it's AI, it needs to be streamed real time, so you pay for it as a service. That's why.
Okay.
AJ Pink, still buy a mix of Blu-ray and 4K. I couldn't give a monkeys about Dolby Vision 2.
I think you can say toss, can't you? I think that's doable.
Well, we'll find out now. Said it out loud. Thanks, Glenn.
Well, if I'm throwing that over there, I've tossed it over there, haven't I?
Right, okay.
It's yeah. I think you can get away with it.
That looks great. I haven't even got anything that can play Dolby Atmos. I haven't at the minute, to be honest. Dean Watson, Dolby Vision 2 is simply a real-time picture correction algorithm for contrast and motion, etc. And I completely forgot. Simeo's Lots reminded me, happy birthday, early birthday to Jeremy Carr.
Yeah, isn't it tomorrow or the day after, I believe?
Yeah.
Jeremy Carr, back us up. Tell us. You'll know when your birthday is.
Yes. There's a few messages for him. Slipknot fan says happy birthday as well. And Acemex just dropped a message as well for Jeremy. Jeremy gets the birthday love. Johnny Carrot, wait till the TVs are done for, then it's VR time. You know what? When it comes to VR or headsets, I wanted to try the Apple Vision Pro with the goggles so you could get the big screen in front of you. I really want to try it, but I'm not willing to drop the money to just try it. Alex, great. It's the same as video game graphics. How much further can you actually go without pausing and zooming in to check? Yeah. As Welcome 97, I barely used Dolby Vision to begin, and even most of my discs are either just regular Blu-ray or 4K HDR10, so I'm in no rush to upgrade.
Yeah.
That seems to be a
general
lot of sort of tapped out for the upgrades on here as well. John Robinson says, did you see they have done The Wizard of Oz in 16K for the Vegas Sphere?
Yeah, and it's been absolutely slated. They've started playing it, and they've said to a degree it's almost unfinished. There's lots of things like there's a scene where the scarecrow shakes the tree and the apples fall from the tree, and there's literally apples falling into the audience, and it's kind of
right.
You know, it almost feels like they did, 15, 20 years ago at Universal Studios, where you'd go and see Shrek and there's rats running past the backs of your legs, and it was because your ankles got whipped and things like that. But yeah, apparently a lot of the AI isn't working quite right with it. It's really off. Loads of people have slated it.
Strange. Jared Chair says, nice cash cow for Dolby. Yeah, indeed. Cinema-san, not interested in Dolby Vision 2 at this point. Certainly not upgrading my movies for it. Yeah.
What's interesting is everybody saying they're not interested. Cut to a year from now, and we're all going, yeah, I've just got my Dolby Vision 2 just set up in the front room. It's amazing. Oh my God, I can't live without it. Yeah. Or we've all just gone, nah, nothing.
Brian Smith, okay. If you was involved in a new format, what movies would you choose to kickstart it?
Things that are shot digitally that show it off the best.
Yeah,
I wouldn't churn out some, like we always talk about, kind of something that was shot in 16mm and upgraded and suddenly gets a 4K release. Yeah. It'd have to be something modern-ish that shot digitally to kind of show it off the best. I can't think of a specific title. Superman. I'd say Superman.
Well done. Clark of Many, don't want to get Dolby 2. We'll only get Dolby 2 if I'm heavily influenced by you two, evening everybody.
Do we influence anybody? I don't know.
I think my influence goes against any sort of spending to upgrade as such anyway, because I always say the discussion shouldn't be about the format. This discussion should be about the movies, the content, the things that we all collect for. It shouldn't matter what format we watch them on. I think the conversation should be about the movie, if that's what we love. I mean,
yeah, the flip side of that is we obviously always upgrade the movies that we love.
Yeah.
Because we always want them in the best possible way, don't we?
Absolutely.
We've not all stuck with our Jaws VHS, have we?
No. We've had it on Laserdisc, we've had it on DVD, we've had it on Blu-ray. Some of us have got it on 4K.
Yeah,
I've not got the 4K yet. I was I did leave a copy out to try and wave around later, but anyway. I want to move on. So I want to get Jeremy's birthday comments in as well, because it is Jeremy's birthday.
I believe Jeremy said it's the 8th. Did I see? He has mentioned it. If it is the 8th, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm saying if it is the 8th, like he's lying.
We should be focusing on making better movies, not better technology.
Yeah.
I think so. That's going to lead us on to our topic nicely. But first, I'm going to change our topic up, and we're going to go with... I'll jump straight into pick up some purchases. How amazing. Look at them.
How amazing.
This week, Glenn? You bought any physical media this week?
I have bought physical media this week. However, I forgot to get it, so I'm going to get it off my shelf, and everybody can see my sexy pajama bottoms, which I believe is probably close to what you're wearing as well.
Potentially.
You wear tartany kind of pajama-y loungewear, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at you.
Come on.
Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going to stand up. Nobody look at my ass. Oh, bending over here, lot. I'm not doing it provocatively.
It's the way you're stretching. We love it.
Yeah. It's good for you, stretching.
Yeah.
There's also something else, actually, which you got as well.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, well, it's not spoiled it, has it? They don't know what it is. Right then. Physical media pickup. So, something we talked about a week or two ago. Glenn mounting the chair. It's a sexy chair. Something we talked about a little while ago, and I said I've really got to try and get into it and try and understand why everybody else loves it, and it didn't connect with me for some reason, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to be in CEX, happened to be wandering around. I had vouchers, and I saw this set of a Clockwork Orange. Clockwork Orange. It seems like a very nice 4K set. I wouldn't have necessarily kind of gone for the set. What swayed me was I happened to click on Blu-ray.com.
Yeah.
And it was out of print. And they were saying you could only get it from an Amazon seller for £699 or something. I had a look on eBay and it was 70 something anyway. But like I say, with vouchers, and it was 24 or 25, I can't remember. So I've plumped for that anyway.
What do you get in there?
If I zoom in, that's kind of what you get in there. But
look at all that printed stuff.
Yeah, look at all that printed gumph that I really don't need or want. But so I probably would have got the standard edition to give a look, but I was swayed. And like I say, I had vouchers, so I'm going to give it a try again. And if I don't like it, it's got resale value, so it'll be okay. Have you picked up any actual discs before I present the next thing that we both have?
No, I've not got discs, but I will be honest about to pick up now that people have possibly seen in the background of my latest video.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to share. I'll do that first. So everyone knows I bought a VHS the other week, didn't I? The big
Ed Wood
Plan 9 from outer space thing. And there was a box set similar to it that I had my eye on before the Ed Wood thing. And I finally pulled the trigger. I got a VHS set again. But I got this one, the Pulp Fiction one. It's a little bit bruised in the corner, but yeah, it's a nice little box set again. I just like the aesthetic of it. And sorry, I'm trying to flip it around because I'll show you what it's got inside. But it's got the CD soundtrack, which is the side here, which is in front of the book screenplay, and also the VHS there as well, which I believe is still sealed up. I think they said on the listing, but I didn't open it yet. So let's have a look. But it is the widescreen edition that I've got on VHS now. The tape is actually still sealed. So I add something else that's to my shelves that's still sealed up. And
are you sure somebody that's watching this now didn't own that? Because it's only us collectors that keep things in cellophane, surely. So
I don't know, but
I mean, whoever bought that has also bought it for the aesthetic of it, haven't they?
Yeah. Unless they didn't like widescreen. I remember when I had VHS and the old CRT TV, the thought of having a movie in widescreen is, it doesn't fill the screen. And I was never at the time bothered about widescreen. It wasn't
top and bottom. Who's going to watch that? Awful.
Yeah. So I just always liked the looks of it for a long time, and I just thought the other day, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger. I've been spending money on the house and things like that, and I thought I want to get myself something. So I bought something that I just can't use.
I'm sick of spending money on this stupid family. I want something for myself. And the Faber and Faber stuff's always really nice. I've got a massive stack of Faber and Faber books on directors and screenplays and stuff. They're really good.
Do you want to dive into the next thing, or shall I go through comments and see what everyone else has been picking up first?
If you do that, because we've both obviously got something else, haven't we?
Okay.
I'm film related.
Scrolling back through to see where we got to. We've got Woody. Bought season 2 of 1923. That's something that I haven't actually started to try and watch yet.
No, everybody praises it.
Yeah. As Wilco, and this week I picked up some Metal Gear Solid games to play for the first time. Oh crikey, first time. That gives you a good backlog of games to go through. Ethan Schneider picked up The Conjuring 4K and it looks great.
Okay.
Things about
that. I've heard mixed reviews about that. I have to say I was in HMV the other day and didn't pick it up because I just read a review where people were moaning it wasn't much better than the Blu-ray. So I didn't bother upgrading.
No. John Robinson picked up Master and Commander Biscuit Tin. And Scooby-Doo, thanks to Glenn.
You did indeed.
Scooby-Doo.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Jerry Tier, I got the Amazon USA exclusive Karate Kid 6 Film Ultimate Collection. Now that does look a really nice box. Cool, moving on.
There we go.
No, it does look a nice box. I don't know what's in it. Is it Karate Kid 2, Karate Kid 3, next Karate Kid, Karate Kid Jackie Chan? Yeah, that's it. And
the
Legends one, that's it. Yeah. So, I was a massive fan of Karate Kid when I was a kid, and it's something I want to show my kids. But I got a real kick out of Cobra Kai as well. Have you picked up Cobra Kai, Jerry, to go with your box?
Oh, Jerry, I was going to say, I thought you meant me. I was going to say I didn't bother.
I know you wouldn't. Yeah. Morton's movie reviews. Only reason I have so many 4Ks are because some of the boxes that come out are so damn cool. A lot of people do go for that. A lot of people. Them steelbooks are going to get you. Biscuit tins. Woody says, Clockwork Orange, not for me. I think you got a safe purchase there, though, if you do watch it again and you decide it's not one for your collection and not one for you. But Jeremy says, best Kubrick.
Well, he said that last week. And like I say, I don't know whether I was just not in the right frame of mind or too young to kind of, we said about Eyes Wide Shut as well. When that first came out, we were, a very different age to what we are now.
Yeah.
And we'll probably see it in a very different way. And I'm kind of hoping that way with Clockwork Orange because I appreciate Kubrick so much as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
That one just didn't connect with me for whatever reason. So I'm definitely going to give it a try. And what better way to do it than 4K?
Films like that are worth a second look after how many years. You might not have appreciated it when you watched it when you was younger in the same way. So, I do.
There's a reason they resonate with people still.
Yes. Yeah. Alex Great, I had ordered Ghost in the Shell 4K from Music Magpie. They appear to have lost it. So bought again. And Dog Soldiers as well. Okay, Dog Soldiers is fun. Did you get the second sight edition? That's quite stacked with
quite loaded.
I was going to say extras, but interviews. As we'll go, all of that stuff's never going to be taken out of the box or seen by anyone ever. Clockwork Orange, there we go.
It is.
On Kubrick still, Ace Mech says Full Metal Jacket for me. I think so. It's I'd potentially go for that actually. That was the one that hit me most.
I mean, no brainer for me, but The Shining all the way.
Yeah. AJ, no pickups, but I pre-ordered Twin Peaks Firewalk with Me Criterion. Jeremy Carr, my Pulp Fiction set, pretty set, Phil. I quite like it. I don't know where it'll sit yet, but I'm sure I'll find a home.
It'll sit with your Edward one and whichever one else you get next, which was, did they do a Fargo one? I think I remember.
I can't remember which else.
Yeah. There was a few of them. Not many, but there was a few of them.
AJ Pink says Barry Lyndon for best Kubrick for me.
Probably the most beautiful of his, if I'm honest.
Cinema-san, I picked up the 4K collector's edition of Hearts of Darkness. Too expensive, but I had to have it. What's I've not looked enough into this, but what's with the release of Hearts of Darkness on its own? Because I'm sure it's been with Apocalypse Now, the last couple of sets that have come out. Is it just that it's 4K for this set, or is there something different about this version of it?
Tell us.
I don't know. Oh,
I thought you were asking Cinema-san, because I don't know.
I didn't know if you knew either.
No, like you say, I know it came out with the. Was it like a Apocalypse Now? Did they even do like a 4 or 5 disc set? And it was part of that, wasn't it, at the time?
Oh, Morton's movie reviews. Sorry, Glenn. Sorry, I just caught that and it just amazed me. I did order the Expendables box set in 4K, as well as the Olympus London Angel Has Fallen triple film collection. Morton's movie reviews. You need to do better, man. You need to do better. The Expendables films, I actually sold. I had Expendables 1 to 3, and I decided to sell 2 and 3 because I didn't see the point in going back to them because it didn't live up to what the first one had sort of set up and promised. The Olympus, the Has Fallen trilogy, I think they're pretty rough, to be fair. They're okay watches for a one-time watch for me, but yeah, I don't rate them myself. I wouldn't personally put them in my collection. But
so what else have you bought, Morton, that Phil can really put the boot into as well?
Yeah, let us know.
You know, because he's big on making people cry today, so clearly he's aiming to do it with adults as well.
I do see the appeal of them, to be fair. They're not rewatches for me, but I have watched them, apart from Expendables 4, which I haven't.
I think I've only watched the first Olympus Has Fallen. I think that's the only one. And I did the same as you with Expendables. I've not even watched Expendables 4, which for a moment I actually forgot they'd even done. And just kept the first one. Even the first one's not a great movie, but I remember the kind of build up to it and the excitement of all of these action heroes that we loved for such a long time over the years. We're all kind of coming together. It was the multiverse of action stars, wasn't it?
It was. It had a lot to live up to. So Meow's a lot. No purchases this week, which is rare. Absolutely. Morton's movie reviews. Anyone actually use the art cards that comes with all the box sets? I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, was it Jeremy that said that he did actually send out the postcards though to people?
Not sure. I did consider at one point doing getting a frame and putting them all in the frame and having sort of a montage of postcards, but then I thought, no.
Things I regret buying all in one frame. That'd look wicked. Yeah.
Dean Watson, I picked up the new Back to the Future trilogy, got them off Amazon America for 80 quid. Is that a box set, or is that that's not the Steelbooks, surely, at that price? Surely.
Must be Amaray.
No. Jeremy, I didn't pick up anything. Catching up on a backlog of stuff on streaming and some discs I have currently. Also, Freddy's Nightmares on Plex, which I've seen some way back, but finally watching on its.
I watched the first episode again the other day, actually, but the picture quality was so bad. I kind of struggled my way through it, and there's no way I'm carrying on for that reason.
Well, I remember recommending Veronica Mars to you, and you got the DVDs through, and that was too bad that you couldn't get into it or sit through it.
I think that's cropped up streaming somewhere now, hasn't it?
I think it's still
HD. I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's on HD now.
Is it still on standard? Oh, if it's standard,
I think so. Anyway, Jerry Chia, Sunset Boulevard 4K 75th anniversary chunky box set tomorrow. Nice.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Are you in the UK or US, Jerry? Because so is that another one where they released the standard a few weeks ago, and now it's some fancy schmancy bigger box further down the line?
Have a look.
Answer me, Jerry.
Ghostface. Funnily enough, I picked up Stanley Kubrick collection. Blu-ray Eyes Wide Shut is my favourite. I was only 18 when it was released, but he's a master.
He is.
I need to watch Eyes Wide Shut again because I don't think I appreciated it when I saw it at the cinema when it came out, and I've never seen it again since.
Well, we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? And we were saying about this supposed other storyline that's kind of bubbling beneath the surface. And I think I'll rewatch it with that in mind as well. And I think it'll view very differently.
Yeah.
So,
I think there's a whole bunch of movies that perhaps I didn't appreciate when I was younger that do need rewatching. I've done it before with a couple of films. For example, Carrie. That's fast one of my favourite horror movies now. When I watched it when I was a teen, just wasn't particularly interested. I didn't think much to it at all. But yeah, it's funny how things change.
Yeah.
Johnny Carrot, all I bought was filling in collections, parts 1 on the shelf, a couple to fill in the gaps. Stop filling gaps. Only get them if you want them, need them, love them.
Yeah.
Don't buy rubbish sequels for the sake of it. Yeah.
Yeah, make him cry, Phil.
Alex, great. I did get the second sight version of Dog Soldiers, watched my friend's DVD copy a few weeks back and really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see the picture quality difference. Yes. I wonder how I need to watch the new version, actually, see how the effects hold up with the better quality, with it being on quite a tight budget, wasn't it?
What, you're saying yours is still wrapped in cellophane?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, mine is. Mine is as well. Yeah.
Well, I only got the standard version, so
yeah,
I don't know if that justifies it any. As Wilco says, speaking of Apocalypse Now, I've never seen that film. Is it worth a pickup? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't, perhaps don't. There's lots of editions out there. I'd perhaps get one that's on the cheaper side and see if you enjoy it first. But I think it's definitely worth a look to see if you do enjoy it, and then get a better version if you do like it.
Yeah, I've said to you before, things like Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket, all these things, I have to be in the right frame of mind for a war film. But there's a reason people still talk about Apocalypse Now and Full Metal Jacket and Platoon and things like Casualties of War. That doesn't get enough love. Southern Comfort, another great war movie.
Yes, I need to watch that. I want to watch that again. Actually, I'm sure I picked it up or put it on a wish list somewhere. But I want to watch that again. Slipknot fan says, I hope the sequel to Dog Soldiers Fresh Meat goes into production soon. You know what, Slipknot? I do not. I really don't. On my own one. I
just got it in for people.
Neil Marshall as a director, I think he was a great director. I really enjoyed some of his early stuff, but he's really gone off the bubble with what he's producing and things like that. And it feels like that it's trying to get this sequel off the ground, try and have a re-grab at glory from when he was cracking out a couple of popular films. And it just worries me that it's been done now for the wrong reasons, just to try and reclaim that franchise, that hit or whatever again. Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway,
I think you could say that about the 28 days later, 28 weeks and all that kind of stuff. But they've come back with an absolute cracking film, and the Bone Temple trailer looks interesting as well.
I've not watched
it. Hopefully they'll come back with something good. You never know.
Yeah, Ethan Schneider says, love the Has Fallen series. So there is a fan. There is a fan there. Just not me. I did watch them. I'm not saying I didn't like them. I'm not saying I didn't like them at all. They're just not ones that I would choose to repeat view. Anthony PLO, hello again. Just got back from eating a good Sunday dinner. Feet up, Anthony. Just don't fall asleep.
Yeah. Chillax.
Just going through. Anyway, do you want to go on to your next pickup? Because
well, do you have the same pickup near you?
I've got it on my lap.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. She's quite small then, isn't she?
Just so I don't have to do the reach around.
Okay. We both picked up a book, didn't we?
Yes.
That we're both very excited to read. Screaming and Conjuring. Yes. I think it'd be really interesting. Clark Collis, who wrote You've Got Red on You, which was the in-depth book on Shaun of the Dead. Sounds great.
Yeah, there we go.
The resurrection and unstoppable rise of the modern horror movie.
I'm holding it up like people can read this. I don't know if
embiggen yourself. If you embiggen yourself. I can see the words Eli Roth. An amazing account of one of the wildest periods in modern cinema.
Well done, well done. But yeah, I thought it's a nice hardback book. And the guy did the Shaun of the Dead You Got Red on You book, which was a really nice in-depth thing. So I thought this sounded right up my alley. So when it was on pre-order, I just stuck the pre-order in and then forgot about it till it was released.
Yep, yeah, did the same.
Yeah, the quote from Eli Roth is on there, an amazing account of one of the wildest periods in modern cinema, a treasure chest of bloody good memories and stories from everyone who lived through it, a must-read for any horror fan. So yeah, I thought that sounded great. So I'm looking forward to cracking the seal and having a flick through it. Yeah, hopefully be pretty soon.
And hopefully there's no big words, and we'll be able to.
I'm going to put the link in the description for it below a little later. But yeah, it's worth a look if you're into horror fans of that sort of time period. So yeah, see what you think. See what you think. Cinema San came back. Hearts of Darkness 4K is a remaster and the same that came out with the extras with the movie, but this new collector's edition has lots more extras surrounding the making of for those interested, which I am. That's fair. That's fair enough. I consider Apocalypse Now one of the best movies of all time. It's in my top 5. There we go. AJ think Apocalypse Now is fantastic as well. Anyway, so I'm just flicking through a couple more comments. Woody, I watched Southern Comfort last week and decided it wasn't good enough to keep in my collection, so listed it.
Wow. Okay.
Saving Private Ryan is my favourite war movie. Morton's movie reviews still need eyes wide shut. I love films about Illuminati or satanic cults.
Yeah, which, like I said to you the other day, it's apparently kind of not. There's an undercurrent of something else, but I won't say it on here.
Yeah. J-Rock 85. I wish Kubrick had stayed alive to complete his version of AI. Could have been a masterpiece, but ended up just being an okay Spielberg flick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up very Spielberg, didn't it?
Yes.
And obviously wouldn't have done.
Absolutely not. Anyway, I'm going to, yeah. So, this going to go over, you know what I'm leading into. So, do you want to go through anything else before we discuss what we watched this week?
What, other things that I have watched?
Yes, other things. Yes.
Okay. Well, when I went to the cinema with you, I'd already been earlier in the day. I did a double bill that day, which was quite unheard of for me, but I thoroughly loved doing it. I went to see The Roses with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Surprisingly, liked it a lot, to be honest.
I was surprised because I didn't think much to the trailer, to be fair. I thought, I just wasn't sure about it.
Yeah, well, I said to you, there was a second trailer that I felt was better than the one that we'd seen. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and give it a try. It doesn't need to be called The Roses. It doesn't need the connection of being a remake of War of the Roses because it's so different to War of the Roses. They could have easily just, in chatting about the film, said, what were your influences regarding this film? And they could have dropped War of the Roses then because it's very, very different.
Yeah.
I think anybody looking for kind of like slapstick comedy, build up to comedic pieces aren't going to appreciate it. But if you like witty, sharp scripts, really well acted as well. I'm not a huge Olivia Colman fan or Benedict Cumberbatch, but they both absolutely nail it. That film works because of their performances, to be honest. Jay Roach directed it. They did Austin Powers and things like that. So it's somebody that understands comedy and it's just played out really well. It's just a relationship story with very witty. Yeah, it is. And so sweary. And I love a swear. We both know how much I struggle on here to not swear. And it's sweary throughout. It's just very well written and very well performed. I enjoyed it. Good. And then what did I watch the other night? That was right. This is why I struggle to remember what I watched because it was Nobody 2.
Oh, yes.
And my God, it is forgettable. The first one was dumb fun, and this one's just dumb. Poorly written, really badly performed throughout. The choreography is just planky. It's just not good. You get to the end of it and you kind of, me and Lynn looked at each other and went, what do you think? And went, it's kind of, it's a real shame because I thought Nobody was quite a nice special spin on like John Wick and things like that. Yeah. And this is just done for the hell of it. Really quite poor. Have you watched anything else other than what we watched?
I rewatched last night. I was short on time and I needed something with a shorter runtime, so I rewatched Companion because the wife hadn't seen it. So we rewatched that, and I enjoyed it again. I really enjoyed it again.
You enjoyed it again? Did she not enjoy it?
I don't know. I don't care. I've not asked her.
Oh, right. Okay.
I wanted to watch it, so I will ask her. I will ask her what she thought eventually. I just don't like asking her straight away and sort of quizzing. What did you think? What did you think? I need to know. I don't like sort of doing that with her. I also kept on top of up to date with Peacemaker,
right?
Which I'm quite enjoying. Now it's getting going. The episodes don't feel long enough. Every time it ends, I just think, oh, just a little bit more. Just give me some more, which is a good thing. But yeah, I think you've been struggling to avoid the spoilers, haven't you?
Yeah, I said to you I need to get on it because not just kind of online spoilers regarding social media, but James Gunn's obviously doing the podcast thing every single week on the DC channel.
Yeah.
Where he talks about the episode and things like that. And that just keeps popping up on my YouTube stream. So I instantly see people who he's got guesting on there and know damn well they're in the actual episode.
Yeah.
So I need to get up to date with it. I need to clearly watch it every week as it airs.
Yes. There was a nice surprise in the episode that I saw. There was a nice surprise. So I wasn't expecting it. I didn't see any spoilers for it, and I thought, oh right, they've done that. So that was pretty cool. And I like that there's a couple of jokes that they've got going now. I like that there's a running. They've used it as a running joke so far, a particular thing as well, but I can't mention that to you either. But just in case, I found it funny. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I can't think of anything else I watched that's worth mentioning, to be fair, apart from what we went to the cinema to see.
Yep. Which will bring us into topic.
Yeah, but before I do, I want to have a look at who's on the top of our board.
Oh, okay.
The comment. Can you guess who's at number one for the comments?
I'm going to say Jeremy Carr.
Oh, how did you know?
No. Don't know. Just guess.
Yeah. No, you're wrong. To be fair, Jeremy is number two.
What?
Jeremy is number two.
Is it Morton?
No.
Oh.
It's AJ Pink is.
Okay.
Top spot. AJ Pink at 1, Jeremy's at 2, and Ace Max at 3. So
could somebody get to the top of this leaderboard by each message is just one word of the sentence that they want to say?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, just throwing that out there, guys. If you want to really do that and be annoying,
yeah.
Do it.
So I'm just going to, before we go on to our cinema visit, I'm just going to see what the guys in the chat have been watching as well.
Mm-hmm.
If that's okay with you.
Go for it.
If it's okay with everyone else. So obviously Dean said he watched The Roses as well. Very good. Also Charlie Wilson's War, stacked cast, Sorkin script, and Mike Nichols' last film. Have you seen that? I've not actually watched it. I never fancied the look of it.
I know it's sacrilegious, but I'm not a huge Tom Hanks fan. He kind of, the last few years, just puts me off if he's in a film.
Fair. Martin's movie reviews. I've been watching some of the movies that came from Amazon. Saw Koala Bear yesterday and started Godzilla versus Kong.
Mm-hmm.
The bear film I wasn't keen on myself. I thought it was
forgettable.
Thin. It was thin. Godzilla versus Kong, I'm okay with. I quite get a kick out of them and look forward to rewatching them with the kids at some point.
Koala Bear was just a premise and not a film.
Yeah. Ethan Schneider. I rewatched all the Conjuring movies and the new one, which was pretty good. I also watched The Sacrament. I was considering the new Conjuring movie for next week at the cinema, The Last Rites. I don't know. We'll see how we'll go for the week. But Sacrament, Ty West. You seen any Temptation with the A24 release of the Ty West X trilogy?
Of course. Even currently at Barnes and Noble's price of $99. But if nothing else, it kind of gives me hope that we're going to get a UK release. If we get a UK kind of, I just don't want it to be some standard trilogy, you know, where they repackage what they've already released.
Yeah.
And just shove the same 3 discs in a box. There's no point of that.
No.
The A24 one, you know, will be a decent collection, but it's a lot of money.
Should get a nice box.
Yeah.
Jeremy
Well, I'm referring extras and things like that.
Jeremy Carr wants to see Nobody 2. The first one was good, though. Yeah,
we did. You know, Lynn enjoyed the first one. She really likes Saul, whose name has completely escaped me, Bob Odenkirk. She wasn't impressed either.
Yeah. John Robinson, I've only been watching shows this week: Alien Earth, Wednesday, and Peacemaker Season 2. I need to get back. I need to get back on top of Alien Earth. So
I've not started that. I finished Wednesday, and Peacemaker 2, as we've established, I'm behind on.
Yeah. AJ Pink, I rewatched Interstellar this week. Perfection. I wasn't. I thought it was a decent movie. I wasn't overly keen on it myself. But that's just me. Martin, movie fan, went to the cinema twice this week, seeing Jaws 3D and the new Conjuring movie. Really enjoyed them both. The new Conjuring movie sounded like I might need to get to the cinema for it. Sorry, just flicking through Cinema Sun. I needed the comedy, so I watched Super Vixens this week. Beautiful 4K disc, by the way.
So you just purely watched it for the comedy? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Let's try and be honest on this stream, people. Let's just try and be honest. Come on.
Yes. AJ Pink had Jeremy pays Phil to be number 1. Guess the payment declined today.
PayPal's down at the minute. So
Jeremy says Superchat's automatic top of the leaderboard.
Jeremy's in the know.
It could do. He could push it that bit further. Johnny Carty, Peacemaker Season 2. I was about to start, but fell asleep. It's that dance. It's that dance at the start. Woody says A Man Called Otto was a good watch. The Tom Hanks films. So you're wrong about Tom Hanks films, Glenn.
Am I? Okay.
Yes. Charlie85 watched Coppola's Megalopolis today, which I didn't hate. After hearing all the bad reviews, it makes me feel like reviews aren't worth taking a notice of anymore.
Yeah, and this is ultimately it. You know, somebody goes out and reviews a film and says, I hated that, it was rubbish. That's just their opinion. It doesn't matter. Something like Megalopolis was fairly despised across the board. I got 25 minutes into it and I bailed on it. It wasn't for me, but that's not to say anybody else won't get anything from it.
Yeah. JRaw85, watch Robert Altman's Shortcuts.
Yeah.
Very good. There's a superb ensemble and some truly shocking moments. I highly recommend it.
I don't think I've watched enough Robert Altman stuff. I've watched The Player probably too many times, and should kind of expand my horizons into other ones of his movies, really.
Yeah. Slipknot fans, I'm going to try and skip back to this one, Slipknot. Thoughts on the IMDb top 10 voted films. So I'm going to, I'll keep that one. I'm going to star it. You're starred, and I'll come back around to that one soon as well. So,
starred.
So anyway, we're going to get on to what we saw at the cinema this week, are we, Glenn?
Let's do it.
Good. And
Oh, he's going up. I'm doing it on my own.
I'm doing a reach around because I forgot.
Okay.
Ooh. There we go.
That was creative. Do that again.
That was the chair handle. We went to the cinema to see
Jaws.
Yeah, and it was quite a surprise. In a way.
I mean, we've both seen it 1 million times over, and neither of us have seen it at the cinema before.
No. I didn't go for the 45th anniversary, but yeah, the 50th, it felt right to get this bad boy seen at the cinema. And I'll tell you what, it's thoroughly enjoyable again, but on the big screen. It's really good. We didn't see it IMAX, but we did see it on, it's called iSense at Odeon, which is a bigger screen, but it's not got the IMAX branding, and it's not got...
It's, you know, Dolby Atmos and things like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
And I loved it. And I
loved it.
I was smiling along at things because, one, because I remember them, but two, because they're absolutely great scenes. And you forget how instantly quotable so much of it is, and how many cracking scenes there are. And I just had a good time with it.
There's a handful of films that we can watch and kind of go, it's the perfect movie.
Yeah.
You wouldn't change anything about it. You wouldn't change the score. You wouldn't change the cast. You wouldn't change the pacing, the script. You just wouldn't touch it. It works. Everything works. It all gels together. And like you were saying about smiling, when it first opened and the camera's going through the seaweed and all that kind of stuff, I was smiling away going, oh my God, you know, I'm watching Jaws on the big screen. And then the first kill, and this isn't a spoiler, because if you haven't seen Jaws, you need shooting out of a cannon at this point. That first kill with the girl on the beach, and she goes night swimming and what have you, and then, you know, you don't see the shark. She's just getting dragged around. I actually found it quite harrowing.
Yeah.
I think the size of the visuals, the sound and everything, it was just... For the first time ever, I actually I thought, oh my God, that must be absolutely, I nearly swore then, flipping terrifying.
Yeah.
If you were in that situation and you actually felt it, it was really visceral. And just, I think I saw the film in a different way, even though I've seen it, like I say, a million times over.
I mean, I said to you that I know I've seen it before and things like that, but actually sitting and watching it again, just paying attention and seeing how things are shot and how differently they're shot to things nowadays. I think there's a certain template that a lot of filmmakers use nowadays for, like, oh, okay, we've got the one shot, the two shot, or whatever. And Spielberg wasn't afraid to put the characters in the, like, bottom right of a frame or at the top left or whatever. And it just made it so refreshing and so interesting as a movie to watch again. And say the scene on the orca, when the biggest smile on my face was on the orca when they're discussing the scars. I was just like, it's beautiful to see on the big screen. It really is. And it was... Go on. Something else about Jaws. Go on, Glenn.
No, I was just going to say, I think so many filmmakers these days kind of go into production as well and go, oh, we'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
That can be CGI. We'll sort that out. We won't worry about that. But this 27-year-old director who was really up against it, and, you know, you hear the stories about the producers from Universal kind of coming down to kind of question whether or not he should be at the helm of this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, was it 20 days in, they were 12 days behind already, or something ridiculous. It was kind of, you know, everything slowed down. For saying everything was against him, he battled through to the point where I didn't know that some of the close-up shots where he finds Ben Gardner's boat and Dreyfus goes down and the head appears in the hole of Ben Gardner's boat and things, that was shot afterwards. That was in the editor's swimming pool. He did that. So even when production ended, he carried on, like, taking these shots, like real guerrilla style type thing, to pad the movie out and get it where he wanted it to be. Just an amazing undertaking. And like I say, you were saying about how it was framed and things, and it was just the only kind of frame in there that doesn't feel Spielberg, that feels very Hitchcock, is when Roy Schneider's on the he's on the beach and they do that pull zoom thing type of thing as he's realizing Alex is being attacked by the shark and things. It's just a perfect movie. It really is.
That's fair.
And like we're saying regarding CGI, they don't make them like that anymore.
I want Big J says, so no 3D viewing for you then, guys. I don't know if you want to. Well,
you would have won, wouldn't you? Yeah.
I didn't want 3D.
Yeah, I'm not a 3D fan, if I'm honest.
No, it feels like it would be a gimmick for Jaws. It wasn't shot for 3D, and I'd question how it would look in 3D. It just didn't have my interest. I didn't want to experience it that way. I wanted the big screen experience, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to watch it that way at all. I don't think I will ever want to watch it that way, to be fair, either. Which is not against 3D. I don't dislike 3D. I just don't want it for that movie. Anyway, on to comments for a second. Darren G. Jaws is fantastic. One of the greatest of all time.
Easily.
Dean Watson, the US box office was so bad a week or so ago, Jaws came in second for the week on a 50-year-old re-release.
Yeah,
absolutely. And this is why it's dragging into our topic of the week. Jaws and Raiders are Spielberg's masterpieces. Ethan Schneider, Jaws equals perfection.
Yeah.
As Wilco97 is missing out, I don't think I've ever seen Jaws in full.
Crack on, as Wilco. Come on.
Yeah. I'd fully recommend trying to get through it. But if it isn't a movie for you, fair enough. But I'd try and get through it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, never saw Jaws in theatres, but I did see it once in a park on a big screen of sorts. It was an awesome experience. I think I've got a nice Jaws poster up here. I would get it down, but I cannot reach it. Big Jace, I wanted to see it in 3D, as Spielberg probably won't release it on a 3D disc. I reckon Turbine would bring that out on 3D, to be fair. Big Jace.
They churn everything out on 3D.
Yeah. Ethan Schneider, I had a similar experience when I watched Lord of the Rings in theatres, like watching it for the first time. I saw Lord of the Rings in theatres the first time I watched that. I wouldn't mind doing it again, to be fair. Grateful Black, I think First Encounters of the Third Kind would be good on the big screen. I do as well. One's movie reviews. I do love how you can see the Amityville horror house in the Jaws movie.
Yeah, the good old Universal movie plot thing, isn't it? Oh no, that was because it was Martha's Vineyard, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeremy, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button. MR Bojangles or Mr. Bojangles. Jaws was the first film I can remember seeing at the pictures back in 1975 when I was 12. Crikey.
Right, let's do the maths.
And that's got to have stuck
1963. There we go.
12-year-old watching Jaws at the cinema like that. I remember hearing the stories about it, worrying people about going in the ocean. But what was it actually like? What did you have that fear of the sea, of the ocean? Did it scare you? Cinema-san. Curious how the 4K of Tron will look like. Those colours must be popping, but I'm afraid the movie will disappoint me now. Yep. Fond memories as a kid, though. Don't want to disturb that dilemma. Fair.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. It's films we've enjoyed, but we both struggle to kind of go back to.
Yeah.
It's not a world I'm interested in enough.
No.
Although I will still go and see Tron Ares.
Yeah, I'd go and see the new one, but I don't think I'd revisit the others. John Doe. Good evening, John Doe. Hope you're doing well. John Robinson says the 3D on Jaws was great.
Yeah.
There we go. But anyway, there are a few comments, but I don't want to get too far behind and just miss the topic completely. So when we were in the screening of Jaws as well, there was a trailer for the big screen showing of Back to the Future. And I don't know about you, but seeing the trailer for Back to the Future, which was a pretty poorly cut and edited trailer for the use of
it was,
like that. But there were moments in that trailer that still gave me goosebumps. And I was thinking, the amount of times that we're coming to the cinema now and the new films that are coming out, there's not many that are hitting me like that. There's not many that are giving me that feeling. And just in general, staying with me. They're all just so thin. I don't think about many of them after I've left the theatre anymore. And it feels completely different to what my collection is like, the ones that stick with me, the ones that I'm always quoting. And it worries me now that they don't make them like they used to. Are the new movies just not good enough anymore? I mean, we see it in our physical media collections. We're rebuying the same movies time and time again. It shows with our collections, because these boutique labels, they're re-releasing the old movies because they're the things that are selling. Are the new ones just not selling anymore? Do you think they don't make them like they used to? Or am I just getting old? Am I just getting old and want my nostalgia, want the old stuff back?
No, I'm just going to echo what I said. Probably, I think we had this conversation like a couple of months ago, and they just don't. You know, we're talking about Jaws 50 years later.
Yeah.
We've done it with Godfather. You know, Star Wars is coming up to 50. We're still talking about that. There's films we've watched this last couple of years. We're not talking about them now, let alone in 5 years' time, 10 years' time. There's just not the things making the impact anymore. We talk about things like when films first began. So, you know, Murnau's Nosferatu or Fritz Lang's Metropolis, Battleship Potemkin, these kinds of things, because it was a new thing. And then you had very few kind of iconic things, Citizen Kane, Wizard of Oz, these kind of things, big things. But then films went very formatted and were very genre-based. You either had a horror or you had a sci-fi or you had whatever. And it wasn't until the 70s that this brave kind of new wave of filmmaking came in, where they were trying new things. They were trying different things. Like I say, Jaws and Godfather, Taxi Driver, Rosemary's Baby, you know, all of these things were all that different, and it was a new kind of breed of filmmaker that was coming in, creating these new brave things, and they're the things we're still talking about now. And you can argue that spilled over into the 80s. There's probably a handful of movies in the 90s, but then beyond that, you know, I think we've gone really stale again.
It sort of proved, well, it doesn't prove a point. It just made me think about it the other day when we were messaging, and you said something about Le Big Mac.
Yeah.
And it must have carried on for 5 minutes, back and forth, quoting.
We knew it verbatim.
Yeah, the whole scene. And I'm thinking, you know, that was great. I loved quoting movies to you and having that back and forth, because you knew exactly what I was talking about. Because it sounds silly, but not everyone will have known or carried on with that and took it further than you needed to. But you did. And that was great. And it's an old movie, and we were quoting it like that. And I thought, you know, when was the last time that we saw a newer release movie that we're quoting like we did with Pulp Fiction? Quarter pounder with cheese, straight off the bat. You knew the entire scene back to front. And I'm thinking, when was the last movie that I quote from? And I can't think of any recently, really.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned Austin Powers earlier. There's a few like comedy catchphrases from that, but it's not that it's an amazing movie or anything. I think it, like I say, the 70s kind of really. What else is coming out? 50th anniversary. Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show next month. That's getting that 50th anniversary of that. People are still talking about that. People still go to showings of that, and they get dressed up and all this kind of thing. I can't think of any films in the last kind of 20 years, really, that, you know, everybody went crazy for Greatest Showman. Oh, we'll go to the sing-along thing and all that kind of stuff. But in another 10 years' time, nobody will be talking about that film.
No. I think one of the things that stuck out to me watching Jaws as well, and they do it in some of the modern films now, but it was the use of music in Jaws that I thought no one uses a score like this anymore at all. And there's a couple of films that I can think that are close to it, but then I looked at those films and they're like nearly 20 years old now as well. And I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, the Jaws, I mean, it's a tense moment. They're on the boat and then you've still got the character motif signature sort of score popping in that's quite adventurous and quite happy, and it's like, well, the balance in this tense moment with the sort of happy music and that sense of an adventure, and it hypes you up even more. I thought, no one's using music like that anymore. Is there a lost skill there?
Potentially.
And I think
I mimicked when you held the poster up, the da da da. That's famous. Actually, the rest of the score is amazing.
Yeah,
I know the bit you're on about. As soon as they put one barrel in the shark and they're chasing after it, and it's this kind of adventurous chase scene kind of score, like you say, it's almost kind of upbeat. You're in the moment and you're along with them for the ride and stuff.
Exactly.
And another thing with that is it's not like anybody in that was this huge actor, realistically. No. Robert Shaw had kind of gravitas about him and stuff. I think so many films these days rely on shoving some A-lister in there, thinking, well, that will just get people through the door. We don't need to worry about it beyond that. There's so many disappointments these days.
Yeah.
There's nothing as iconic anymore, I don't think.
No, I don't think there is. I was thinking of the movie scores, and I think my kids were watching Harry Potter, and there was a couple of moments in that the score was belting out, and I thought, you know what, as much as I'm not a fan of the Harry Potter movies, it's a good solid score. It's a nice orchestral piece that works really well for it. And even thinking, I'm trying to think of, it's Harry Potter that's a sort of 20-year-old one. I thought that, yeah, 20 years old. Again, we're going back that far till, I don't know. I don't know if it's the new movies that are stopping with us like that. And
well, I mean, we can all name 1,000,001 films from the 70s that are still kind of with us, that are still popular, that are still talked about. 80s, we can do the same with that. 90s, it starts getting more and more sparse. You're talking Pulp Fiction, you're talking The Matrix, for example. But then as soon as you go over the 2000s, is there anything of that standard, of that, I use the term gravitas for Robert Shaw, but film-wise, is there anything that is that mind-blowing that in 50 years' time we'll still be talking about? I just don't think there is.
No. I was trying to think of, just looking through my shelf, of when the last sort of real movie came out that shook things up. And there's nothing recent particularly. I thought, Matrix, that was, you're thinking, Matrix shook things up, made people rethink, and just spawned a whole load of people trying to emulate the effects of what they did and things. And it was pretty groundbreaking at the time. And thinking, I suppose that was quite recent. And then you look and it's like,
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to find anything in the last 20 years that's really broke new ground like that. I mean, people could argue like, oh, you had something like Avengers Infinity War and things, but that's not really broke new ground. Really?
No, and again, we'll kind of talk about it now, and then the new Avengers movies will come out and things like that, and the subject and the topic will move to them, and those things will just get left behind. But
they have. I think the Avengers films have influenced a lot, but with the industry. But I think they've influenced it the wrong way, because everyone wants this shared universe now, and they're scrambling to get these shared universes out there that are just nonsense, absolute nonsense, waste of time. They're treading water, doing absolute crap that no one wants to see. What's Sony doing with all this Spider-Man rubbish? Honestly, they're scrambling for this shared universe thing, thinking they're going to make a mint, and they're just ploughing out
trash
stuff.
Diatribe.
Yeah.
I might go through my collection and gauge decades.
Yeah.
And try and work out where the bulk of my collection actually sits.
I think a lot of mine sits in the 90s.
Mine's going to be 70s, 80s, I think.
Yeah. I'd say I've got good chunks for them 70s and 80s, but I think the majority would be 90s because if I look around, some of my favourites, we've got like Goodfellas, Get Shorty, Out of Sight, Pulp Fiction. Well, there's Leon the Professional, Grosse Point Blank.
Yeah.
Sorry, my eyesight's failing me. I think it's like Speed, Heat, Point Break, and they're all sort of 90s, really.
Again, yeah, like I say, 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of them broke incredible ground or anything like that, but that's where my things that stick with me.
The last films that you're really excited about.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's I even quote Point Break. Point Break even gets quoted every now and again. No one knows what the hell I'm talking about, but it's like, oh, do you want a coffee? I'm like, yeah, Utah, get me two. And it's like, what? It doesn't mean anything, but
at that point, I'd understand you. I'd still be shaking my head.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's shoehorning that in as best as you possibly. That's talking the conversation to try and get that in there. That really is. That's poor.
Anyway,
yes.
But anyway, let me just dive back to comments a minute, unless you've got anything to add just before I do. Nothing else to add just before I do?
No, go for it.
Darren G, 70s, 80s, and 90s feel like peak cinema. Yes, they do.
Yep.
John Robinson, talking of old, I got excited earlier when I heard all of the old Pink Panther films are coming out in 4K from Kino.
I did notice that, yeah.
Jerry Carr, there's no hype. Trailers spoil so much. Then from theatre to streaming to physical, no time to breathe, no time to yearn or build up. It's too quick. It is very quick now. It's a money cycle.
Yeah, conveyor belt, isn't it?
Ethan Schneider, I think we're getting to the point where more and more people aren't watching movies, and the ones they do watch are big blockbusters that don't have real watch value whatsoever. Yeah, I think that's the problem with the new blockbusters. They don't have that rewatch value because there's nothing that sort of keeps us coming back to them. They're just empty. The shells, the product that has been pumped out, there's not as much artistry to it anymore. When there is a director that does have a strong vision or opinion or want to do something a certain way, a lot of them struggle with the studio system because they are held back by the investors and the money that they want. So they're forced into a template to make that money. I think the artistry has been squeezed out of it just because of the money.
I think there's been a line drawn in the sand where you're either mainstream or you're very niche, and there's kind of nothing in between.
No.
You know, because like I said, Jaws is a prime example, but like I said about Taxi Driver and things like that, kind of popular across the board, but neither niche nor mainstream, just kind of somewhere in the middle, and we don't seem to have them films anymore.
No, I mean, I keep hearing about the certain run-ins that a director like Joe Carnahan has with the studios, and that has problems getting his edits out and what he wants to do and things like that, because I don't think he did any promotion for Cop Shop because there were certain things that the studio just tied his hands for. And again, they're taking away that director's vision just for the sake of the investors for getting their money back. I think there's a lot of issue there. Alex Gray, there's an element of nostalgia, but the majority of new films don't seem to have passion behind them. John Wick is one of the few modern films that seem to have any passion, and that's around 10 years old. You know, I think John Wick had a lot to prove, I think, for a movie, because it was the stunt guy Chad Stahelski, so was his first film that he did as a director. So, yeah, he had a lot to prove for that. So I think the passion showed because he was out to prove himself.
But again, with that, I think it's studio beyond that, keeping them churning out and just diluting them and showing the same thing over and over again. It weakens the source material, I think.
Yeah. Big J says they just don't make films like they used to. No. There we go. Dean Watson, 1993, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Tombstone, True Romance, The Firm, Groundhog Day, The Fugitive, Bronx Tale, Falling Down, In the Name of the Father, Carlito's Way, Philadelphia, The Piano.
I used a term with you earlier when we were chatting, and I said, whatever happened to the summer blockbuster?
Yeah.
This year felt it a little bit more in the respect of we had Superman and things like that, but even 20 years ago, you were excited to know what was coming out that summer.
Yeah.
June, July, and August tended to be pretty knockout at the cinema.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't feel the same anymore.
There's something in Jaws that I think we both noticed, and I've still not checked it. I cannot confirm nor deny that this was or wasn't in, but we're going into spoilers for Jaws. So if any of you haven't seen a 50-year-old movie, then
what have you been doing?
But I remember, I think this is a problem as well, that with modern audiences, with modern movie making and things like that. But when Brody is on the orca at the end, he's on his own, he's lining up the shot on the shark. Old Bruce is coming at him, and he's got the tank in his mouth. And I've never heard, or I can never remember hearing Brody saying before, this is just before the smile, you son of a, and you hear him saying, show me the tank, show me the tank. He says it twice, not just once. And I can never remember hearing that. I swear it's something that they've got to have added in. But the problem that I'm getting at is that that sort of thing is added in because they think the audiences are stupid. That they can't
dumb it down a little bit.
And it is. A lot of the audience are not paying attention, and they need it explaining to them because they're too busy on their mobile phones flicking away that they need everything spelled out. Everything has to be explained, and it bugs the bejesus out of me. And I've had to do ADR for a movie before to change my lines for who I'm shouting to, just so it's clear for the audience. It was clear as day to me.
You actually shouted to, yeah.
And I think it's a sign that the audiences are particularly changing, and the studios think that the audience is simple and won't understand something. So,
yeah, but you know, people's attention spans aren't what they were. They're used to TikTok now. 15 seconds, move on to the next thing. 15 seconds, move on to the next thing, and that's kind of
I think that's
where they fear people are at. I think, or a lot of people are at.
Yeah. Do you remember? You don't remember that line in Jaws, do you?
No, I didn't remember that. There was a couple of sound effects I didn't remember, but I wasn't sure whether it was that I was hearing it in Dolby Atmos for the first time, kind of thing. Yeah. But no, I'm going to go back through and see. I'd be ashamed if it's always been there.
Yeah.
And on the 97 times I've watched it previously, I've never heard it.
On the Laserdisc. If you've got a player, you can check that out.
Right. Okay.
Jerry Carr, most quotable post 2000. Hello there from Revenge of the Sith. General Kenobi. General Kenobi. That was Grievous, apparently.
Yeah, I got where you were going. Just wasn't very good.
No. AJ Pink, love a good score. I'll have to go to see Jaws as a priority. Definitely.
Yes, you really should. Honestly, it's an experience and a half.
It's amazing that we're, 8 months into the year, and it's been one of my favourite cinema experiences this year.
Yeah, has been, to be honest. I was just laughing at a comment that's going up there, that's all. But if you miss it, I'll say it anyway, because it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to skip down to it to see if we can find it?
No. You carry on. It's fine. I'll remember it.
Oh, it's all right. I've got lots of comments. Oh, sorry, I've gone too far. Sorry, John. I've got your comment on there again, but it's one that I've already gone through. Alex, great. There's an element of nostalgia that the majority of new films see.
We've had that as well. We've had that as well.
You put me off, Glenn.
Come on, Phil. Come on. You can do it. Yes. You can do it, Phil. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. You can do it.
Darren G. Films being made now without finished scripts, such as the new Avengers Doomsday film.
Yeah, there was can you remember a few weeks ago, James Gunn had said about he'll never put in a DC movie into production until the script is finalized, like other places don't do. And Feige took offense to this and said, I never put a film into production that isn't finalized. And then the next two reports were people from the set of the new Avengers movie saying, I don't know if I'm in it anymore. The script isn't finished.
Yeah.
So completely contradicted it.
Woody says stories are not as polished as they were 40 to 50 years ago. I think they're rushing them through. It's a factory. It's a conveyor belt of investors' money and
That's the bottom line. And don't get me wrong, you know, production companies, producers, studios, it's always been about the money. But the people making the money, people making the movie, have been there for the passion of it because they love movies and they want to make the best possible film they can.
Yeah.
And they're not actually thinking about the back end. How much am I going to make from this and what have you?
No.
That was the difference. You know, you look at the documentary of Jaws, just how passionate and beaten down Spielberg is, but he's determined to get through it because he wants to make the greatest movie he possibly can. And then I think today, so many people are just kind of making things because they want to make a quick buck, they want to be famous, and it's not about the filmmaking anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Dean Watson says in the 90s was peak cinema. I think it was a bloody good decade. Not only the rise of the indie filmmaker and Sundance and all that nonsense with Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez and all those, but you've got the resurgence of the modern horror with Scream and things like that as well. They really booked that up.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Rodriguez and Tarantino and what have you. I think the last time we saw that was the 70s.
Yeah.
With Spielberg and Lucas and Romero and all of these kind of people, you know, that was their time. And then we saw that resurgence again in the 90s. And then I just don't think we're seeing it now. There's the odd person, you know, I think some of kind of Ari Aster's early stuff like Midsommar and Hereditary are different, and he was left alone to actually do his thing. But I think he's kind of gone off the boil a little bit. And I don't know whether that's he's just run out of steam with what he's doing or what, but it's not the same as it was.
Yeah. Has this reflected in your collecting habits as well? Not only what you've got on your shelf, but what you're picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you were saying earlier on about kind of all of these boutique companies. Most of it is kind of older titles, and we're rebuying older titles that we love to have a newer version of them and newer extras and things like that. I wonder what the percentages of actual brand new movies from this year we are picking up as opposed to back catalogue stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it'd be very different.
I think all the temptation when we're going through sort of the month's releases or announcements, I think a lot of the temptation does sit with the older releases. I think they're treated with more respect as well in terms of interviews and extras and the package in a way, but they have the most effort and the most care taken with them. The newer movies are just churned out, like I say, it's conveyor belt. It's the new release. And even when it comes to things like Ty West's movies, they've gone through the conveyor belt, they've had their release, and it's not until now that A24 are sort of thinking, right, let's get a nice box set going on it. And that's later. It's done its conveyor belt thing. Now we'll get a proper release. Now we'll get a bit more care taken with it. It's when I look at my collection, I just realised that how many of the older movies take the priority space, how many are on my favourites shelf, and I don't think there's anything modern from the last 20 years on there.
And I think so many of the films we've talked about, you will continue to get. And I'm not talking about films that are kind of forgotten and then in 40 years' time they'll re-release something and everyone will go, oh, I forgot about that. We're talking about films that people haven't forgotten about. You know, that are 50 years old, 60 years old, 20 years old, and will still be, like we've said about Jaws, there'll be a 55th anniversary edition, there'll be a 60th anniversary edition, because it's just not a film that people forget about.
No.
It will always be remembered. There's a certain level of films that modern films just aren't kind of touching these days.
Yeah. Kill Shill says Hollywood is bankrupt financially, morally, and narratively. I think that covers it.
I think that probably does cover it, to be honest.
I think it does. So meows a lot. How are modern movies doing? This year I went to see Mission Impossible Jurassic World Rebirth and a rerun of Clue 1985. Guess which one I loved watching the most? I'll give you a clue.
Clue. Yeah. Was it Jurassic World? Oh, no, wait. I see what he's done. Sorry. Yeah.
Big J says, Phil, how dare you diss the viewer's universe as that's a shared universe. Yeah, that's gone to crap as well, Big J, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not a patch on what it used to be at a point, and unfortunately, love Kevin Smith, love listening to him, but he has trouble, with his newer movies, with trying to recapture what he's had before.
Look, he's made entertaining movies. Is he a good filmmaker? No.
Oh, he admits to that. He admits that he's not.
Yeah.
I love it. I love his stuff, most of it, and then the past few years, it's just been weaker. I think it was since he started smoking the weed, to be honest. So, ever since Zack and Mary made a porno, he seems to have gone on a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, but he's not recaptured what he used to be for me yet.
He's just been set adrift.
I still have faith that he might pull something out of the bag eventually, but I think it's going to be a long wait.
Not now. I think the moment's passed.
Yes. Martin's Movie Review says, I posted a video last week of my 6 oldest movies and didn't realise how many old ones I had. There's lots of old movies, lots of them. To be honest, I think sometimes I consider when I'm looking through Netflix or Amazon or anything like that for something to watch, I consider whether it's just worth me just going back and seeking out the older movies rather than the new streaming content, because I know there's some old movies that I keep getting recommended that I need to watch. For example, Rosemary's Baby. I've never seen it, and I know you've recommended it to me before, and I know I'd probably get more enjoyment out of sitting and watching Rosemary's Baby than I would go and see Conjuring Last Rites.
Well, you'd certainly get more out of it than watching, what was that rubbish with Cena and Thingy? Heads of State?
Yeah.
You're going to get more out of it than that.
Yeah. As Wilco97 says, Weapons got announced for Blu-ray and digital just 1 month after theatrical showings, which seems way too early. Same with Superman. I think it's a general sort of time frame now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, seems to be the norm.
Yeah, ever since
studios seem to be afraid that the moment's passed and people will move on. And
I think they do save a lot of money from marketing, to be honest, with these short windows.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Back to the 90s. 90s was also a great TV series, Breaking Bad, Twin Peaks, X-Files, etc. And yeah, I've been rewatching Buffy, and I forget how fantastic some of the episodes and how heavy hitting they were. I remember the storylines and things like that, but I can't remember how good they were. For Buffy.
Well, it wasn't until the 90s that TV really had this resurgence, because up until then, if you were a film actor that ended up in a TV show, it's because your career was dying and you were just looking for work. There wasn't like quality TV shows out there. And now the amount of film actors that can't wait to get into TV shows, so much of the HBO stuff, just knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Absolute quality, and 9 times out of 10, better than a lot of movies that are out there.
Absolutely. John Robinson, I'm surprised we never had any more sequels to Jaws, as we were supposed to be on Jaws 19 by 2015.
Yeah, of course we were. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a good little Back to the Future reference there, John. Well done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't think to say what it was in relation.
Okay. Yeah. I think we need to throw that in there just in case. Yeah.
Darren G, anyone excited for another Avatar film? I'm not.
No.
I'm not either. It took me a while to actually have a look at the trailer, and when I looked at the trailer, I couldn't tell it was another new movie. It just seemed. No.
I feel like I watched the trailer for the last one, and it was an awful trailer.
Yeah,
really badly edited, and you just think, what are you doing? Spending all that money on that film and all the time and effort to release a trailer as bad as that?
Yeah.
It was connected to Avatar. The comment that I now can't remember, but somebody compared it to No Better Than Fern Gully, which really made me chuckle. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Darren G.
Might have been. Dr. Fear. I love going to the cinema in the 70s and 80s. I loved the all-night shows on the back holidays at the cinema. Find modern cinemas dull with no atmosphere.
Yeah.
I miss the older cinemas with the box office and the posters on sale and the movie store and the diner. Really
you say dull with no atmosphere. Also, I don't like a cinema where people are getting too involved now. I kind of like silence while I'm watching a film. So it's all right. Yeah. If you mean the ambiance rather than the atmosphere, that's true. It's a little more cold and clinical these days, isn't it?
Yeah. Cinema-san, considering greatest films of the last 20 years, Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve, yes.
Villeneuve.
And Denis rather than Dennis. Sorry.
That's all right. Carry on.
No.
I'll tell you something to that.
He's made some cracking films. Again, though, are we going to be talking about Dune in 30 years? Having said that, we still kind of talk about the David Lynch one. But do we talk about the David Lynch one because it was David Lynch? And do we talk about it more because they then remade it? Yeah. Rather than, oh my God, it was an amazing film, because it really wasn't an amazing film.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kill Show. I imagine I am your chap's age. I have never seen Jaws. I have picked up the 50th anniversary steelbook, so I have no excuse now. Perhaps I'll do a review. That will get me loads of subs. I don't think it'll get you loads of subs. I think if you had the new Second Sight limited boxed edition of something, you might get more views. I don't know if people will watch the Jaws one. Unfortunately, they should, but
I think people would tune in the respect of, if you went first viewing of Jaws, people would be going, "Who is this person that hasn't seen Jaws before?"
I think that would have to be the approach for the video. I have never seen Jaws before.
Yeah,
this is my first view. Yeah. This is what I thought.
I don't think they get through the whole video at that point. They just kind of go, "Oh, this is the person that hasn't seen Jaws before."
Yeah,
and then kind of get a rough vibe of whether you liked it or not.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't make them how they used to is absolute correct.
Yes,
it's true. And it's not only reflected in our thoughts on what we're seeing at the cinema, but it's also reflected in our collections and what we're picking up now and everything as well. It's a sad thing, really. I just hope they pull up the socks and give us some better films.
Again, we'll probably have a resurgence. It'll go one way or the other.
Yeah.
But, don't get me wrong, there's still things that kind of come out and you go, "Oh, I quite enjoyed that." I'm struggling this year to think of something other than I know I enjoyed Superman. Is it the greatest film ever made? No, it's not, but it's an enjoyable kind of summer blockbuster. Marvel just churn out rubbish, quite frankly. They were saying about, Thunderbolts, they've found their energy again. They're back to what made them brilliant, and that was awful. We both despise that. Although Fantastic Four First Steps I quite enjoyed, because it wasn't set in that world. It was a completely different story, different world.
Fresher.
Yeah, but I liked, that it was the Jetsons meets Mad Men. It all felt very different. Again, not the greatest movie ever made.
Sorry, I was just trying to find a comment or Jeremy. I didn't bring it up, but Jeremy did mention my scowling at the camera and almost broke his TV screen or something. So I can't find it, Jeremy, but I did appreciate it. It did make me smile, but I can't find it to explain myself. And just a couple more. Alex Great. TV shows now feel like extra long films for the most part. Stranger Things just feels like a super long film. You just can't pick a random episode to watch. I think the new series is going to be super long film length episodes, which I don't know if I like the idea of or not, but
I kind of feel like, to be honest, the moment's passed with Stranger Things now.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to feeling rushed to watching it because I know that the spoilers are going to be straight out there and they've stacked it all around Christmas and New Year, and I know it's going to be a problem.
Well, the very last episode is on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. I'll do nothing New Year's Eve anyway.
What's it all about?
I don't know. Charlie 85, Tokyo Vice is the best show I've seen for years.
One you love.
Yeah, I think it's great as well. I would agree with you and recommend it to anyone. Well, not, but I would recommend it. I'm just flicking through to see if I can find any other comments that I just wanted to pull off because yeah, because I'm going to be wrapping this up shortly, but I do want to get back to a quick fire on there we go. Slipknot fans comment here on the IMDb top 10 voted films. Do you want to quick fire it?
I mean, I'm scanning across it. My instant thing is Shawshank at number 1. I know you're not a huge fan, are you?
No, I think it's a good film. It's just I wouldn't rank it as one of my top 10s. It's not a film that I'm drawn to repeat view or anything like that. I don't consider it as much of a classic as a lot of people do, but I do think it's a good film. It's a good story. But anyway, yeah.
Interesting that there's 2 Lord of the Rings films in there.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? I think these must be just, well, they are just on the voted thing, so I assume it just goes on the rankings from people's scores more than anything. But yeah, I think Shawshank's a good film. I wouldn't put it in my top 10 personally. Godfather's classic.
Yeah, I'm unsurprised that Godfather and Godfather 2 are there, and Godfather 3 isn't.
I'd switch them around. I think I preferred Godfather 2.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dark Knight, I think it's a great movie. I'm not sure if it should be in the top 10. 12 Angry Men I've not actually seen. So I couldn't comment on that. Lord of the Rings is a strange one, really, because should it be considered different movies? Now, I know they are different movies, but it's one overarching story. Can we just not have Lord of the Rings, if you know what I mean? But I think it's terrific. I think they're terrific movies. I love the behind-the-scenes stuff for it as well, because what Peter Jackson pulled off with that at the time was absolutely immense, filming 3 films at the same time and then them turning out to be as good as they were, because I think they're solid. And they're on the docket for me to watch again this Christmas with the kids.
I think the best and smartest thing he did was heading off down New Zealand. Let's go the other side of the world and do this thing and kind of be out of harm's way, out of people poking and prodding. And I don't necessarily think he was left to his own devices, but I think there was certain faith in what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, if he'd have been filming that around California and what have you, I think it'd have been a very different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, massive undertaking.
Schindler's List I've not actually seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked by that.
Just the subject matter. It's
yeah. Oh yeah, it's 100%. You've got to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, it's just a period of history that's just I don't want to dive into, really. As much as a story as it is and a classic film and stuff like that, it's just quite harrowing. I can't bring myself to watch it.
I get that.
Pulp Fiction, I think that's terrific.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I don't like books, so.
And the unfortunate thing for me with Good, Bad, and Ugly, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, is it's one of them weird movies that my dad used to watch a lot, and at the time I was a kid, I'm not bothered, and you sort of catch bits and bobs, and I don't think I've ever properly sat and watched it. I've seen it several times, and because it was my dad's movie, it's one that I never gave chance as a movie in its own right, because it was the sort of parents' influence. Oh, I'm not watching your rubbish, if you know what I mean. So I've not really a strong opinion on that one.
Just alone on what we were talking about earlier regarding film soundtracks, it's worth it for that. The Morricone score is just fantastic. It's a great film. It is a good film.
Have you got comments on any of these? You've kept quite quiet.
No, not really. I too love The Dark Knight. I think as a standalone film, regardless of it being a Batman movie, it's a fantastic film. Is it top 10 of all time? No, it's not top 10 of all time. I'd personally have Godfather in there. I probably wouldn't put Godfather 2 in the top 10. But, you know, it's different folks and different whatever floats your boat. And
it's been
all
years.
Of these terminologies.
It's been years since I've watched the Godfather movies, to be fair. And I am on the verge of... I want to watch them films again. And it's been like that since I watched The Offer, the TV show that was on Paramount Plus.
Yes, yeah, regarding the making of it.
Yeah, that sort of spurred me off to like, I need to watch Godfather again. But get into it's another thing. But yeah, it's definitely on my list. I'm just going to whip through a few of the comments, and then we're going to sign off, I think, Glenn.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, Ethan Schneider, Shawshank is good but overrated. Which, yeah, I agree. Jeremy Carr, Shawshank is okay.
Wow.
That's fair. Not much Shawshank love on there. Johnny Carrot, 2 Lord of the Rings films, but the best one isn't what?
Isn't on the list.
Fair.
Yeah.
As Wilco, King Kong 2005 would be in my top 10. Yeah, fair. Ethan Schneider, Lord of the Rings are amazing. I think so, 100%. Mon's movie reviews. King Kong was good. Have been watching all the new movies as of late. I have been watching all the new movies, I think. Big J's Lord of the Rings films. There are 3 films about walking. Even the trees walked in those films. Very good, Big J's. Callback for Kevin Smith there.
Yep.
Dean Watson, where's Empire Strikes Back in that list? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot. King Kong 33 is my favourite movie, and I say that as someone who owns 35 live-action Godzilla films. There we go.
Sorry, Goji.
Martin's movie reviews. How can you never have seen Schindler's List? For the exact reasons, but
yeah.
I get it. Jeremy Carr, Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings, and Dark Knight are the only ones on that list I still go back to. Yeah, I think I'm about the same on that, to be honest, Jeremy. John Robinson, good movies on that list, but I don't think any of them would be in my top 10. So I'm not sure what would be in my top 10, but
I think I'd struggle to narrow it down to an actual top 10.
Yeah.
Because so many things, like, you know, like you've said, you'd find Schindler's List too harrowing to actually watch. It can all depend on your mood.
Yeah, it can. That's true.
You know, what you fancy that week could go higher or lower in your rankings and things. So,
we've got Big Jason who says a true movie fan couldn't have a top 10. It's impossible.
Yeah,
exactly.
So. Yeah.
Real Sketchman. I treat Lord of the Rings as one movie. Like the book, I love Godfather films, and 12 Angry Men is one of my favourite movies. I might have to try to give that a look, to be honest. Just skipping through some of them. Jared Shear just said Schindler's List is powerful, compelling, and will show you the truth hurts. It does, and that's why I still fancy watching it. As Wilco, I have the Godfather trilogy on my shelf, but haven't watched the 50th anniversary remasters yet. And Jeremy says, sign off, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. I will sign off in a second, Jeremy. I want to try and hit everyone. Well, not hit them.
Not like that. You've done enough of that today, by the sounds of it.
Made that child cry, man.
Made the child cry. Unbelievable.
Kill Shell, cracking stream, chaps, with some intelligent conversation.
It beats talking to my wife this evening. Wow.
I missed that. I was just going to comment on the intelligent conversation.
No. Yeah. Well, I read it to start with. Cracking steam chats with some intelligent conversation. Rather than beating my wife, which was what I read it as originally.
AJ agree film, never been in the right headspace for Schindler's List. There we go. Woody says can have a top 5 by genre, comedy, sci-fi, horror, thriller, etc. Yeah, so I think that was it. One thing I was going to mention when I was talking about the Dolby Vision TVs and looking for new TV, I've moved on with the room a little bit more. I was doing the insulation on the ceiling today and yesterday, and that's why I'm in pain today a little bit as well. And yeah, the drywall and plasterboard gets put up a week tomorrow, so then I can start putting things back together. But the electrics will run around, and I did all of that, so I've been busy this weekend. Yeah, so then when that's in, get the carpet down, media unit in, and start looking at new TVs and see what I pick.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
I just wanted to mention that because I've got the pictures ready. So
excellent. Yeah. No, that was worthwhile.
Yeah. Jeremy Carr. So new movies on. New movies not good enough. No, they're not. They're really not. Unfortunately,
not having the same impact.
No. And before I go, what I do need to do is we need to go through the top charts, don't we?
Yep, we do.
Yeah. So top fans.
Do it.
Do a countdown.
I genuinely think you need like the music from Top of the Pops.
Yeah, I know we need some music. This is one of the considerations when we when I update our stream. So yeah,
and update me, move me on, replace me.
Yeah. So number 10, we've got As Wilco.
Well done, As Wilco.
Number 9, we've got Woody.
Hey.
Number 8, John Robinson. Number 7, we've got Slipknot sneaking in there. Number 6, we've got Johnny Cartide. Number 5, we've got Mort of Morton's Reviews. Number 4, we've got Cinema Son. Number 3, we've got Alex Great 321.
Nice.
Then we've got a battle on our hands.
The battle for the top spot.
It's changed a few times through the stream, but right now, as we stand at number 2, we've got AJ Pink.
Oh, not that flipping Jeremy.
Which means number 1, Jeremy.
Birthday boy Jeremy Carr.
I think they took it easy on him. I think they allowed him to win this one for his birthday.
Yeah. It feels rigged, to be honest. Yeah, it does.
Fair. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Well done, Jeremy. Well done, Jeremy, and happy birthday for this week, Jeremy, as well.
Yes. I was just about to say, I hope Jeremy has a very happy birthday. And thank you guys for allowing us to ramble on, joining us on the stream, dropping your comments, letting us chat about your collecting habits, what you've been picking up, what you've been watching, and generally just babble.
Just being here and chatting.
Yeah. But until next time, take care. Good evening. I'm not coming back, Big Jace. No, not coming back. No.